All right, welcome back to another video, and today I want to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Card Gun Ho in his original colors. Now, this guy, I found him at Walmart. Now, the retro card is kind of big. It's not like when we were kids, but you can see the beautiful artwork on the side. You got the figure, and on the back, you have the bio, which is just a quick synopsis up top over here. You can just cut this out unless you're going to keep them on card. But besides that, I mean, there was only 2 of these hanging out in the Walmart that I was at. I know this guy is kind of hard to find. I was able to find him. So enough of that chit chat. Let's get this guy out of the box and let's take a look at him. All right, now that we got him out of the box, this guy comes with a few accessories, not as much as the original Gun Ho. You know, the first rollout of Gun Ho came with that strange backpack and those strange futuristic looking weapons. Well, look, now we have the proper one. If you're able to get your hands on this guy, you'll be happy that you got him. He's in the actual, light teal color uniform like he always has been from the old cartoon and the old original figure. Now, just real quick, this guy, he entered the Marines when he was 18 years old. His primary specialty was Recondo. His second specialty is jungle warfare. His birthplace, it was Fer-de-Lance, Louisiana. Now this guy here, he was born to a large swamp Cajun family. All right, so he used to go and do these bare knuckle fist fights, and everything. So he earned his reputation as a bare knuckle brawler, and he joined the Marines when he was 18. He graduated top of his class. So yeah, I mean, this guy, he's badass. Badass. Now, look, the first rollout, the tattoo, I just want to touch up on a couple things real quick. The tattoo on the chest here, it was kind of whatever. They actually got it accurate to the point to where, because it's the Marines symbol. At least it was on the original somewhat. I know they changed it up a little bit. They put the eagle on it, and that's what it is, the eagle with the knife going through, the earth. Nice. Very nice. They did a nice job this time with them. So, yeah, besides that, and the other thing I want to say, which I'll touch up on when I'm actually looking at the figure, we'll go over that. So, I'm starting to get ahead of myself a little bit. So anyway, let's get into taking a look at the accessories that this guy comes with. Starting off, I want to take a look at his Marines hat, and you can see the emblem. That's the same tattoo that is on his chest. I don't know how well it's coming in on your guys' side, but it looks pretty good here. And yeah, they actually did it right. They made it a little bit more stiff at the top on the points. Nice job. And I know the Valorverse one came out and they did a beautiful job. They just didn't put the emblem on it. I don't know if because they couldn't get the rights or what. I don't know. But still, they did a nice job. And he always had this green hat, even in the original, even in the cartoon. This hat, you'll probably see it again if they come out with leather neck. Next, we have his basic backpack. It's just casted in that blue color. No buckles are painted, but you can see the straps and the buckles and the texture of the actual backpack with all the little wrinkles that they have here. There's a peg that plugs into his back. It's a nice addition because even the original one, it was blue. Next, he comes with his stand. Just like back in the day, you could get these stands for the figures. I don't remember, did they come? It's been such a long time. I don't remember if they all came with stands. They might have. So you have the G.I. Joe star and then the stripes for the flag. It'd be cool if it just said G.I. Joe, but I guess they're doing the star, and then with the Cobra figures they have the Cobra emblem on it. It's just a plastic, casted in black plastic stand. Next we have his 9mm handgun. Now I just happened to notice something, like, see, you have the clip down at the bottom here hanging out of the bottom, and that's cool. This gun reminds me of Matilda from Resident Evil 2, which was Leon's handgun. That's what he called it. And his may have had a little bit of a stock and I think it had a suppressor at the end, but it had this hanging down at the bottom. But that's what this reminds me of. Like they took this, the weapons I'm going to show. It looks like they took a little bit from Resident Evil on that. But otherwise, it's a nice little handgun. Next, we have his knife, and this is what I'm talking about. Look at the handle. I mean, it looks. I mean, I know it's a combat knife and everything, but it looks just like the knife you get in the Resident Evil games, which is cool. Whatever. I'm not saying that it's where they got it from. I'm just saying that's what it looks like to me. It's my opinion. But I like the way they painted the blade and the small little details actually on the hilt itself. I mean, that's nice. Very well done. And here we go again. This looks like it looks like the rocket launcher that Jill or Claire uses in the game. I know it's not, but this is better than those futuristic looking weapons that we have gotten with the other one. And I like the way they did it. So you have the pump action right here. This piece here. You got the pistol grip, your stock, and then I like the way they put the strap on there. And they actually gave it a little bit of color. They put a little color on the actual pump, which is nice. They didn't just leave it all black. Very nice though. I like the way that they did that. So let's get into the figure. All right, so now let's take a look at Gung himself. Now granted, like I said before, you know, the tattoo, they did a beautiful job this time on it. They didn't make it so dinky and small like they did on the other one, which is weird on the other one. Now that you see it on this one, you just can't even compare the two. His torso is wiggly waggly. You know, they've gone back to that. Anyway, okay, so you have the teal blue, you have the nice little grenades here, which is different than the other one. Moving down, you have the camo on his pants, his belt, and then you have his sheath, which are his holster, I should say, not sheath. His holsters are blue, and then the grenade holder is blue, but I like the way they actually colored these black at the back and then gold in the front, which is nice. Moving down to the boots, same boots. It has the armor on the front, but they just painted it all black, and that's that. And then you have the sheath for the knife on his boot here. So real quick, head sculpt. This is a nicer head sculpt than the Chuck Liddell looking head sculpt, you know, with the mohawk. Yeah, the only difference is if you gave this guy a goatee, he would look like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's just my opinion. But I like the head sculpt better. No mohawk. I like the way they did the mustache. Either way, one looks like Chuck Liddell and one kind of resembles Stone Cold Steve Austin, just with a mustache, no goatee. All right, so let's get into taking a look at this guy's articulation, which we already know the Joe's articulation. He can look up this far. He can look down, and that's pretty good for being able to look down. He can. Okay, there you go. I got the neck to move, so I got a little bit more articulation on the head movement. Looking up, not too bad. Just got to watch that collar right there. Okay, turn his head side to side, and he has some head tilt. His arms. This guy is smooth. His arms can move out, making a nice little T-pose, bicep swivel, and then his double jointed arms go that far. And it is not pinless, but all right, whatever. I thought we were beyond that. And then his wrist swivel he has, but the wrist joint, mine's stiff. So it's okay, it's not seized, but it's just a little stiff. All right, so that one moves side to side, and then this one here, yep, moves also side to side. And they just need to be loosened up. Now, as far as the torso, where the tattoo is, he can get a nice crunch. That's not bad at all. And then his movement backwards, he can move back that far. As far as this wiggly waggly stuff, it shouldn't be happening at this point in time. I know Storm Shadow, the first run of Storm Shadow was like that. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to really bother me too much, but it's there. As far as waist swivel, he can do the splits. Now I noticed that on mine, the pull down, see, it's really not there. But I noticed that this leg sits not so tight into the ball socket of the leg like this one does. But it's just the way he's made. Upper thigh swivel. And then, you know, Double jointed knees, which mine are a little stiff. That's as far as it goes because the knee pad strap is actually stopping that from going any further. Moving down to the boot, he has a swivel, his ankle articulation, pivot that far forward, pivots that far back, which is nice. And like I said, then you have the ankle articulation itself. All right, so let me get this guy set. We'll do a couple comparisons and then we will end this review. Here's how he compares to Arkham City Batman. And here's how he compares to one of his compadres, Outback. All right, so as you can see, I just left the comparisons there because they're the only ones that I have out. So I do apologize, I don't have more. But the point is that this guy here, this guy right here that Hasbro has finally come out with, and they put him on a retro card, just like Destro. I've seen Destro also, and they painted his eyebrows, and the paint's a little bit different, but I already have a Destro. And the cool thing about the Destro I have, he may not have the eyebrows, but he has the green eyes like he did in the cartoon. I don't know if you guys remember, but like the new one, this retro one that they have, he has white eyes and the brown eyebrows or black eyebrows, whichever. It doesn't matter. The point is that I don't think I'm going to be picking that retro card Destro up, only because of the fact that, you know, he doesn't have those green eyes. Now, if they would have given him the brown or black eyebrows with the green eyes, then I've been like, yeah, all right. But hey, that's neither here nor there. If I wanted to, I could take a little bit of paint and I could paint the eyebrows on my Destro. I'm not worried about that. I think he's cool the way that he is, so I'm fine with that. But as far as this figure here, yeah, this guy should have come out like this a long time ago. This should have been the first run. Now I understand, you know, that's what Hasbro does, but listen, Hasbro has these figures already. So I mean, it's like, look, if you're gonna do, you know, retro carded Destro or retro card, you know, Gung or even Snake Eyes, you already have the torsos, the legs, the arms, the pieces to do these figures. Put them both out at the same time and let the people choose. So if you're listening to Hasbro, that's a great idea. Put them out at the same time and let the people choose. Like when we were kids, man. I remember when we were kids, G.I.Joe, Transformers, they were everywhere. And it was up to us to pick out what we wanted. And the funny thing was seeing all of them made us want all of them. And anybody who is a collector of this line will tell you, if you put them all out so we can get our hands on them, then man, I'm telling you, yeah. But I mean, hey, I don't work for you guys and it's just my opinion, but I'm just telling you, it doesn't matter which retro you put out. You know, you put out the Tiger Force or you put out that other variant of Gung-Ho or Cobra Commander or whatever first, people are going to buy them because they think that's the only one that's going to come out. And then later on, we all know you're going to come out with the variant of it, right? Or the different color, the original color or the original scheme. Once again, I'm not paying $400 for a Cobra Commander. There's just no way. You know, people go, oh, well, he's included with, yeah, you're paying $400 for a Cobra Commander because let's be real. Everybody wants that Cobra Commander. And eventually they will come out with that Cobra Commander, and they should. They should. Just like they should come out with another Serpentor. Make it available for everybody. I understand you're going to do your exclusives. I get it. But come on, man. Come on. Let's be real. But anyway, listen, I don't want to bore you guys with any more of my ramblings on about this line. I mean, it's a great figure. If you get your hands on it, pick it up. This guy is taking place of the Gung-Ho I have in there now. And that Gung-Ho is going to become cannon fodder for something else. But this guy here, this is the Gung-Ho I grew up with. The tattoo's correct, the face is correct, the hat's correct, the weapons, fabulous. So I will, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this guy an 11, even though he still has his pin. I don't care, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that you got to beat around the mulberry bush just to get what you want. And he's hard to find. He's hard to find. I just got lucky. Anyway, guys, that's enough of my rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know it was kind of short. I was trying to keep it that way. That way, you know, I didn't do a whole lot of stuff with him because I just wanted to take a look at the figure itself. So we did, and here we are. And Please, guys, like, subscribe, share, and as always, leave a comment down below. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that we are putting up. And as always, I'll catch you on the flippity flip.